Hey, hello everyone, back to another Working Remotely episode. Today we're just going to have a look at Adobe Reader. So Adobe Acrobat Reader DC is a free tool that you can download from the internet to work with PDFs and sign them. And we can step through that process quickly and just show the installation and a couple of little cute tricks like rotating your PDFs. Often you get a PDF that's 90 degrees rotated and you want to just bring it back up straight. This thing can do it as well. So I'm going to swap across quickly and show you if you go to getadobe.com/reader, as you can see in the top here, you'll find this little installation page. Now be a little bit wary. You may not want the Chrome extension, you may want it, depending on what you want to have happen when you open a PDF file. If you install the Chrome extension, it's going to open up in the browser before it opens up in the Adobe Acrobat Reader itself. If you have a look at the top here, you can see that I actually have the Chrome extension installed over here, and it's because I don't have to sign or work with most of the PDFs. Those I just want to view, so the plugin works a whole lot better. What you have to be careful of is these optional offers. I would switch them off, because if you've already got an antivirus, you don't want to install another one and have that problem. And the other thing you need to be careful of is don't click the download Adobe Pro trial, because in a month's time it will expire and you'll need to uninstall it and reinstall the free version. You then click on the download Adobe Acrobat Reader, run through the installation process, and that should be that. You will then end up with the Adobe Reader DC that sits here. And the thing to do is to actually create yourself an Adobe account. Now we've dealt with this in another video, which I will probably link somewhere in this video or downstairs in the notes. So here, if you have gone to go and create an account, you can then sign in with the email address that you have and go from there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop across and grab those credentials quickly, and we'll pop them into here. And we'll go and grab our password as well. These are all coming out of LastPass, which we have dealt with in another video. Right, and there we are signed in. You'll see in the top corner you've got a little button where you can go to your profile, your settings, your preferences, those kind of things. And you've now got access to these tools, which is quite nice. So you can do fill and sign. Now fill and sign is one of the free tools. It's great. It means you complete a form and you can sign a form without having to print the page and then go back from there. So some of the stuff that you need to do now is it'll also mention that you can now put the mobile app on your phone, so that you can work with PDFs on your phone. It will also install the reader, and you can then go and have a look and install fill and sign as well, so that you can do both reading PDFs and filling and signing PDFs on that process. So the next thing that we've got to do is get a PDF into our environment such that we can work with it. Right, so it's going to open a PDF. I'm going to open a document quickly, and you'll see that the document opens in the main window, and it puts all of the tools now down on the right hand side for you. If you then wanted to do something with this PDF, you could then click on the tool that would help you with that. Some of these tools obviously are only in the paid for version. Others, like fill and sign, are available to you in the free version. The first question it asks is, do you want to use this personally, or do you want to use this with others? And obviously in our case we're going to use it personally, because we just want to sign the document while we're here. And what we're going to do now is we can actually fill in things. So you can have text boxes come up here, and you can type into them, and you can then, again, what you can do is after you've typed into them, you can move them around, you can change the font size, so you can fill in forms accordingly, and then you also get a chance to sign. And when you first say, I'd like to sign, you don't have a signature or initial inside of here, so you have to add a signature. This is easier to do on a tablet, because you now need to do something like this. Now you can use one of three ways of doing this. You can type into here and you just type in the words and it'll do it. Otherwise you can say I'm going to draw, and then you've got to try and draw. And on a laptop obviously this could be this kind of problem where with your mouse you're trying to do what you would type. Or you can literally have an image that you have used before, where you can sign on a piece of paper, take a photograph of it and bring that in. What I'm going to use is I'm just going to use the type version. In the type version you can change your style. So you can say, alright, give me that kind of version, and I prefer that one there. You have a tick box here to save it so that it'll keep it, and it's going to put it into your account, which will mean that when you log in on your phone, it's going to download this from your Adobe account and be able to apply it on your phone. So I'm going to apply that, and then you'll see I get my signature now, and I can go and find the place where it needs to go. I can put it down, I can size it. I have a little block in the corner here to make it bigger or smaller, so I can make the signature bigger or smaller. I can move it around, and then that way around I've got my signature on the document. There's a similar thing for initials, and this is really handy for legal documents where you can have your initials down here. Again, you can change the style, so I'm going to go and take the same style as we did before. We're going to apply that, and in the bottom corner of documents obviously often you have to initial every page, and then that works for initialing every page and then putting your signature into where it needs to go to. Once you've made all the changes you need, we can then go and close the document, and what that does is save those changes into the document. Now they're part of the PDF. What I'd like to just touch on now while we're back to the PDF in its normal window is that if you get your PDF and it doesn't look right, you can always grab it, and under the view tools you can rotate the view clockwise or counterclockwise. Once you've rotated it, obviously it's going to save or print it in that fashion. You've now done all the work you need to fill in the form. You now want to send it off, and up here we've got a little email button. And if you click on the email button, it'll come back and say to you, great, how would you like to do this? And normally we would use the attach to email button, which would grab your normal email client. Now that could be Outlook, that could be Gmail, that could be one of these kind of things, and it's going to come back and then pop that into an email and go from there. Obviously you can just also save it, so you can just say I want to save this, and you'll see it. What it's done is it's popped open my Outlook, it's put the message in here. I can now send it to wherever I want to send it to. The other thing that you can do obviously is you can save it again and then bring it into whatever email client you've got, or send it out in any fashion that you want to. And that really is how to deal with the desktop version of Adobe's Acrobat Reader DC. I hope that all helps, and we'll catch you on the flip side.